Hi everybody, I'm Ryan. Today we're going to talk about Magic news. I talk about news every single Friday of things that have gone on the previous week and are going to happen in the next week in the Magic Online, mostly competitive world. If you're interested in that, please be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with the important stuff that happens, especially if you're a grinder. First off, and maybe the most important thing I'm going to talk about today is the March of Machine release notes, which involves like new mechanics, exactly what the set's legality is, which is a standard set, so it's legal like every other standard set is, and explanation of mechanics and frequently asked questions and things like that. And we're going to start off with battles. So battles can be cast at sorcery speed and enter the battlefield with a number of defense counters equal to the number in their bottom right, or I guess top right if you're holding them the card way. Damage can be dealt to battles in combat. You can attack them just like you can attack a planeswalker, or things that deal damage like spells that can deal damage to any target. You can choose to deal damage to battles. When damage is dealt to them, you remove the amount of defense counters from them equal to the damage dealt to them. And then when those defense counters get removed, a trigger happens where the battle gets exiled and then its owner may cast it from exile. So it's really important that it's being cast, and that's the emphasis of the release notes. It is not just flip over like the werewolf effects. It exiles and then it is cast, which means that its other side can be countered. That's important. And when you cast battles, on the front side, they sort of act like your opponent's planeswalker. Your opponent can never attack a battle that you cast, nor can you block a battle from your own attack, even though you're technically its controller. Some kind of corner case rules notes, though, is if a battle somehow has 0 counters on it, it automatically goes to the graveyard. So this can happen like if the battle becomes a copy of something or something becomes a copy of the battle, because the triggered ability actually happens when the last counter is removed, not when there are 0 counters on it. And maybe the first time this rule has been introduced, battles can never attack or block, even if it becomes a creature. And if an attacking or blocking creature somehow becomes a battle, it is immediately removed from combat. Talks about the new mechanic backup, and backup works basically on its face value. I'm not going to really talk about backup because it's not super confusing at all. I've already had a mechanics review video. If you want to do that, you should check that out. And as far as incubate goes, where you get tokens that can transform, similarly to the rules where if cards become a copy of a transforming permanent, that copy can never transform. So if something becomes a copy of the incubate token, it can never transform to the other side. Other than that, where I'm super excited for March of the Machine and the neat new battle mechanic that it brings. Maybe one last note from the release notes is that they said that Siege is a subtype of the battle mechanic, and we're only seeing Sieges in March of the Machine, so it's possible other battles could act very differently than Sieges, where, you know, we give it to our opponent and then attack, and I'm kind of excited for that. I'm hoping it'll become sort of a plane chase thing. Next piece of news is congratulations to Joshua Willis for being the United States Regional Champion, winning at DreamHack San Diego with Red-Black Reanimator. It was incredible to watch you play if you're watching, Josh. And even though you could tell you were nervous, you played so well and it was so awesome. For those of you that didn't watch the Regional Championship, it was great coverage, and seeing Paper Magic again felt great. For those that don't know, pre-release for March of the Machine is happening this weekend. So go to your local store, open 6 sealed packs, and have a great time playing with the new cards. As far as Magic Online news, Season 2 finally has started on Magic Online. You've been able to get the QPs for a couple weeks now, but the first Super Qualifiers for the Mock Season 2 are this weekend. On Saturday is Pauper, and on Sunday is Vintage. Both of them begin at 7 a.m. Pacific time. They cost 40 event tickets, 400 play points, or 40 qualifier points to enter, and the top 4 finishers qualify for the RC, and the top 8 finishers get points towards the Magic Online Championship Series. March of the Machine is going to be released on Magic Online on April 18th, which is this Tuesday coming up. Similarly, it's going to be released on Magic Arena on April 18th as well. May's qualifier events have been announced. On May 6th is the qualifier play in Best of 1, which is March of the Machine Limited. On May 12th is the qualifier play in Best of 3, which again is March of the Machine Limited. And the qualifier weekend is May 13th, which is a Saturday, and May 14th, which is again March of the Machine Limited. They announced Arena Championship 3, that thing that we're all trying to qualify for in the qualifier weekends, which is going to be May 27th to 28th. And the next Arena Open is at the end of this month on April 29th and 30th, which is, you guessed it, March of the Machine Limited. So if you like videos like this and want to see more news like this every single week, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social medias. Links are above me and in the description, and especially on Twitch, where I stream pretty much every night. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.